Alright, bro, we back with another video. This is part 2 of the previous video. So if you haven't seen that yet, just check it out. It's just going to be like the second part to the tournament we played where we got to the quarterfinals and played a pro team. Alright, so pretty much we have our first map here. We have pinhole punt and brawl ball. And we decide we want to first pick Poco just because we already got all of like the anti-tanks banned and everything. And then they follow that up with a Melody and a Janet. Janet is honestly really questionable here because just definitely not enough damage. Melody is decent, but obviously they should have picked something else. I feel like something more anti-tank could be better, or they could have, yeah, I don't know. But then we end up going like a free Ollie game, and we decide like we want to pair that up with a Max just so we can get the ultimate synergy going with the speed and the heals on the Ollie. And then they last pick Jackie. And you know, Jackie is kind of an underrated pick in the meta right now. So they decided to last pick Jackie. And to be honest, in these first games, we kind of just run it down here, guys. I'm just sort of running in on them and just doing whatever I want. And we get a goal like really early on. Okay, so in the second game here, I just go up again and I jump over the wall. And I get a really nice hypnotize on all of them. And I manage to kill 2 of them. And then Poco cleans up. And then we get the goal again. And so it's looking really good. We have 1 goal. We already have another game. It's looking like we have this set in the bag, and I just run it up the grass again. But then they end up killing our Poco, and the Jackie just gets like a free goal. So now it's like 1-1. It's a bit scary here because if like Jackie and them get their supers, it can be hard to sort of have the DPS to take them down. And so yeah, they sort of just like counter our aggression with their own aggression, and we just simply don't have enough damage. And so yeah, guys, they do take the second game. And so let's hop into the third game to decide who takes the first set. Okay, so hopping into this like final sudden death game here, we're just going to do the same thing pretty much and try to play a bit more defensively and just make sure we aren't like making any crucial mistakes. And so yeah, we get early positioning here, and then I decide to super on the ball. It's just an easy walk in there, guys. Just pretty chill, to be honest. And Melody and Jackie has their super, so we can't go that aggressive. And so we're kind of just sort of waiting for them to make a mistake almost. And I jump in on the Jackie, which honestly was questionable. I had none of my teammates there. I just jumped in on them all alone. I just didn't have enough damage to take them out. So then they easily were able to take me down, and they got a team wipe. And so now, guys, it's looking really scary. And Melody starts hypering, and I'm like, okay, they're all hypering. I need to get this ball out. But then the Jackie supers, and I don't even know what happened. So much is going on here, but I get the ball out to the Max. And I don't know how they didn't score on us. That was very scary. And Max pops hypercharge. And so I gadget over that wall there, and we get the team wipe. And all we have to do is pass it up. And the Jackie supers me, but it's just not enough. So yeah, that is the first set. You know, pretty scary there towards the end, but we managed to take the dub. And so let's hop straight into the next set. Okay, so hopping into this next set here, we have Layer Cake Bounty. You know, this is one of my favorite bounty maps, to be honest, and they have first pick, so we just banned pretty much standard bans like Gene, Angelo, and Meeple. We all think those brawlers are just like broken on bounty and knockout, and so we just do not want to face them. And so, you know, we didn't think that these guys were gonna go Lumi for whatever reason, so we just took the risk of not going Lumi, hoping that they want to go Lumi. And anyway, they first picked Mandy, and so we just kind of get a free gray game here. And then we go Janet. We were kind of deciding what to go there, but we ended up just going Janet. Pretty questionable, to be honest. Like, I definitely could have gone something better. And then they go Mr. P, also decently questionable, because now we can just kind of go Carl into the Mr. P. But if we go Carl, we'll just get, like, run it down by the Kenji. So we wanted to go something a bit more like with more DPS, because we have a Janet and a Gray who don't do that much DPS. But we just decided that, like, even if the Kenji gets the first star, we'll just push up into their spawn and then we'll be fine. And Jets is like good with Carl. So yeah, we just go Carl there. And then going into round 1, it's pretty slow at the start. For some reason, the Kenji doesn't get the blue star, just sort of like Kenji's main purpose. But, you know, we're just, like, chilling, doing our thing. Honestly, like, I might just, like, speed this chart up for you guys, because it's just, like, mad boring in chart. And so, yeah, we're just going to, like, speed this up, and I'll just catch you guys at the end. Okay, so, yeah, we did win the first game. And so we just need to win one more game, and then we're on to the quarterfinals. And so, honestly, they're playing, like, really bad. I don't know what they're doing. But the Kenji gets the blue star this time, which is, like, definitely better. And so, yeah, we're just sort of, like, chilling. And I get taken down by the Mandy. I'm not even going to lie, guys. I was having a difficult time on this Mandy. I was just sort of getting absolutely farted on by this Mandy. And so, yeah, I was just, like, figuring out what to do. And they kind of adjusted their gameplay a bit so that they got the lanes that they wanted. And yeah, we're just like we're struggling, trying to get a kill and everything. But yeah, honestly, not looking good. Mandy pops hyper, and you know, we get killed, absolutely clapped. And yeah, that is the set going to them. I just didn't want to show the second game just because, like, I don't want this video to be super long. And so yeah, guys, we're going into a decider to see who moves on to the quarterfinals and gets to face this pro team. Okay, guys, so we do get Gem Grab on Gem 4 as our final set. And I was thinking, like, okay, they go Stu first pick, and Stu is just absolutely terrible into Poco right now. Just so bad, and we know that we play Poco almost to perfection. So we just decided to, like, you know, just screw it and go Poco and Max and just decide, like, what tank we sort of would work best against them. And we'd sort of wait for them to pick. So they 2-3 pick Melody and Ash. And so we were just like, Buster would definitely work here if I just pull them in. Buster's really good into Stu because of his shield, and I can just pull the Melody in when she's dashing, or the Ash in when the Ash is like playing aggro, and then my teammates can just help me get a kill off them. And also, like, with my shot, it pierces, so I can easily take down the rats. The only bad thing about Buster is he doesn't have too much DPS, but, you know, hopefully that's not an issue. Okay, so hopping into this first game, we get early control of the mid, and so they push us out, which is definitely unfortunate here. We don't have any speed, we don't have any heals, so, you know, that was kind of inevitable. And we're sort of like, our plan is to wait for the end game and sort of like wait till the end game and then sort of run in, get a kill, and get out and sort of play from there. And so that's sort of what we're doing. We're just being really patient here and just making sure they don't kill us. But then they push us out and, looking really bad. We have a 4-8 deficit. And I get this really nice pull on this Ash. And yeah, Maestro pops his hypercharge. I'm like, that's game over from there. We have the lead. But obviously it's not game over, guys, because it's only 8-7. And so, yeah, we just really need to lock in. But Max pops his super and Poco has hyper. I have hyper. I get this pull on the Ash, and so now it's a 3v2 situation. And we get the countdown, but like we know it's not over yet because they can still reset. So I'm just like, okay, let's wait for this next gem, and then let's make one final push. And so we get the gem, and honestly, it was really risky. But I get the gem, and we manage to steal out the game. And so now we're only one game away from taking the set and moving on to the quarterfinals. Okay, so hopping into potentially the last game. Okay, so we pretty much do the same thing, just sort of like loitering around the mid and just like waiting for them to make a mistake. We're all just, what's good about this is that I have a Poco, so I stay close to the Poco while I charge my super. So in that way, Poco and me have great synergy. And so yeah, we're just chilling again, doing nothing in sharp. Obviously, like with a tank, you need to know when to sort of be aggro and when to not be. So sometimes you don't want to play too like passive and just let them sort of like run all over you. And yeah, but we're chilling right now, and we have a bit of a deficit here, guys. And honestly, I thought maybe like we had just some beginner's luck in the first game. I was ready to call it wraps on this game, but guys, believe me, we weren't about to give up that easily. And we go down 4-9. I'm getting my super and everything. I have my hypercharge. I just go in the middle, pop my hyper, make sure no one can shoot me. And this is like the one situation when like Buster's hypercharge is actually good. I feel like there's so many situations when it's just like his regular super. So honestly, sort of a mid hypercharge. But we have control here, guys. But we're just trying to hold down in the mid as much as possible. I know I need just one kill and then we're good. Tie the game at 9 and decide we're just going to back it up and sort of let them get countdown and wait for the gem to spawn on our side. And so, yeah, we're being pushed back here. But Poco hypercharges, I hypercharge. We get the control of the mid. We tie the game. And then we get countdown. I get this kill on the Ash. We're pushing up the Stu. We kill the Melody. And I'm like, from there, I'm like, guys, get back, get back. They don't have enough to reset. And, yeah, we take the final set 2-0. And, yeah, guys, that is the end of the 5th round. And we are moving on. Okay, so hopping into the quarterfinals, we are up against Eternal. Yes, guys, this is a pro team. They've made monthly finals before, but we faced them in Matcherinos previously, and we thought maybe we could get some redemption this time. And we get Brawl Ball. You know, Brawl Ball is like obviously our favorite mode because who doesn't like Brawl Ball? It's just like honestly free. And so they banned Poco first pick, and they banned Poco. They have first pick and they banned Poco. And here's when I make a really, really, really crucial mistake, guys. I leave Lumi open in the draft. And so, yeah, they get a free Lumi game, and honestly, really unfortunate. But then we're like, okay, we'll just go B just because B is a good mid. And hopefully if we, like Lumi doesn't have the biggest range, so hopefully we can just hold it down till overtime. Then, like, pull something crazy with a B hypercharge or something. And so, yeah, we take the B. We take the Juju. Juju is still OP, guys. And I get a kill on the Stu. and things are looking way better here. I actually get a pretty nice goal on their net, and so yeah, now it's 1-0 us, and we just we got to play defense. We can't let them score. I get this nice kill on the steal, but maybe a bit of an overcommitment, and my teammates just don't hold down the fort. And so yeah, they're just gonna be able to easily put the ball on the net. And so now we just need to hold for a minute and 40 seconds, and then we'll make it to OT, and who knows, anything can happen in overtime, guys. And so yeah, we're just sort of playing. We're just playing for overtime. We're getting pushed back, obviously, but as long as they're not scoring, we're fine. And yeah, I'm just trying to get the ball out, do whatever I can to not let them score. And this Lumi is so annoying with the ice and the slow. So broken. I hope she gets nerfed soon. But then again, honestly, I didn't really know how to counter Lumi back then, but now I do. But anyways, now we're into overtime here, and we're against. We have B. Hopefully we can outrange. And I go down, which is really unfortunate. And B needs to waste hypercharge to take down this Lumi. So that's just a completely wasted hypercharge. But our B honestly wasn't hitting shots, so we just shouldn't have gotten in that situation in the first place. And I was just telling the Juju, do not feed this Stu. Just stay out of the Stu's range so he can't just super it in the net. And so yeah, we stay out of the Stu's range. We're sort of slowly moving back up. We have a bit of light to look towards. But I just go down to this Lumi, and my B just doesn't hit any shots, and Juju's just terrible into Stu in overtime. And yeah, guys, they're just gonna take the Brawl Ball set. It's crazy how if I missed that one ban on the Lumi, and that sort of cost us the entire game. So yeah, guys, bans are really important in draft. So yeah, just make sure you guys are banning the right brawlers and stuff like that. We have layer cake here, and we're like, okay, our whole strategy was like, okay, these guys are really good. It's gonna be hard to beat them with a normal comp. So yeah, we're gonna play weird, as weird as possible, and hence we go Max Poco Buster. And I've seen this before in competitive, and I was like, okay, let's give it a shot. And there you go, Mortis. Mortis is honestly pretty good into this because he can just sort of farm his bats and sort of get a crazy hyper play. But once again, guys, my pull is absolutely busted. I can just pull them in when they try to go aggro, and then it's OP. But I think the biggest mistakes I was making throughout this set was that I'd pull the Mortis in, and so that would sort of take away my counter with Carl. Because I counter Carl because I'm able to pull him out of his super. But if I'm having to waste my pull on the Mortis, then Carl can just easily go in and super us. So that's sort of the issue we were falling into. But yeah, we were just camping way back in our spawn at the very edge. But yeah, guys, honestly, anything can happen in Bounty. You can play the worst team by far, and you can still win, just because if they build up stars, you can easily just get them back. And honestly, I thought they were playing just way too aggressive into us, to be honest, especially when they had the lead. But yeah, they get a really big lead. Maestro pops his hypercharge. We get the Poco shield, and we just all take down this Carl. And that's 7 stars right there. That was exactly what I'm talking about. And this Gray is so close to killing Maestro, but he manages to escape. And so now it's 18-18. They're still winning, but we have time. So we're like, okay, guys, relax. Let's heal up. And we're sort of pushed back into this corner. And for some reason, Carl just supers nothing, which is weird. And the Mortis just decides he wants to go in with 9 seconds left. I don't know why they just didn't retreat there. And Mortis just absolutely gets pounded. And yeah, that is the first game. So yeah, hopping into the second game. Honestly, guys, I really am tempted to skip forward because I do not want to commentate this whole other game. I kind of just want to go to sleep and just not worry about this shit anymore. But you know, I'm working to put out these videos for you guys, so if you guys could leave a like and a subscription, I'd be greatly appreciated. Obviously, I don't care at the end of the day. But yeah, do your thing. I guess I'm just like yapping at this point. But yeah, we have a much better start here, guys. So yeah, we're just trying to keep the momentum going. And yeah, they just sort of keep running in and dying. But this is just so stressful. Like anything can happen. Mortis is going in. And now we have an 8-star lead. But like I said, anything can happen. And they end up like almost team wiping us. And if we had gone team wipe, they would have won for sure. But I don't even know how. Like, I meant to click my hyper early, but we managed to pick off the gray, and we get the set, guys. And I'm really proud of my team for that win. And yeah, so hopping into this next set, here we have Gem Grab on last stop. So this map, I don't even want to like talk about this map if I'm being honest. Like the draft was so bad. But yeah, guys, we managed to actually do well with this draft. You guys will see what I'm talking about in a minute here. But yeah, so we end up going B first pick into their stew because B is good into stew and all of that, just in my opinion. And we end up going Buster, and Buster was definitely, we should have held him for later in the draft. Like, I just sort of panicked and I didn't know who to go, so I was like, sure, I'll go Buster. But we definitely need either a longer range tank or something with more mobility on this, like, long range map. Like, an Ollie would have been so much better, but, like, I guess, like, I just think I'm, uh, like, I don't even know what I was thinking, to be honest. And so we saw they went Stu and 8-bit, so we were planning on just going Lola, but then we see they go Carl, so we're like, shit, we can't go Lola anymore. So my trash ass decides to go Gene into 8-bit just because I'm an absolute noob, and we just get absolutely shit on. Like, there's nothing less to say. This first game, at least, we get absolutely sharded on. So yeah, we just kind of like just getting kind of sharded on. I guess you guys can just watch this play out. But yeah, as you can see, we just get absolutely wrecked and nothing happens. And you know, that is the end of our quarterfinal run. Just absolutely got nothing out of that. Just absolutely terrible. Sorry I wasted your guys' time. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Peace.